Here we go.
Here we have little sit up and beg Anglia. Cracking little car. Someone's fitted an electric fan and an alternator. Look at that. There are a couple of super upgrades. Look how nice and straight and tidy it is in here, and solid. What most important. Look how solid it is. We used to call them E93As, but I think the Anglia might be E94A. But anyway, that's splitting hairs. And the thing with them, they were plentiful. They were I suppose the best way to sum it up, they were the fiesta of the day. So all us lads, excluding me, funny enough, but just about all my pals, started driving one of these. And they got transverse springing. Right. So as you can imagine, you know, 17-year-olds tearing about all over the place. Very easy to tip over. I actually don't know of one that tipped over, but I've heard of loads that have. But nice little car, cheap and cheerful to run. Little 1172, this one I think. It will be a little 1172 side valve engine. So pretty prehistoric, 3-speed gearbox. Careful with them, they don't hold much oil. 4.5, 5 pints of oil, something like that in the sun, very little. So if you're like us, neglected them, didn't bother checking it on a regular basis, if you drop it 1.5 pints, you're starting to get into trouble. White metal bearing from what I remember on most of these. But this one, cracking little car, really nice condition all round. In black, of course, they're all in black. Not just about black or Ludlow green, I think it was, which is locked. But nice little car, fine little thing, well presented. One or two little chips and bits and pieces of paint issue, but I mean it's entitled to have that. It's not a concours vehicle, it's not just been restored to sell. What you see is exactly what you get. Usual old cross plies and that uses. The thing is with it, just be a little bit careful with these old girls if you're not used to this type of thing, because with these cross plies like that, narrow tyres, I mean most motorbike tyres now are wider than them, and of course it follows the lines in the road, so you're down the road correcting it all the time. All this is original, totally original. Headline is tatty, interior's acceptable, would benefit from some work pretty soon, but the material is all there, so you know, if you re-sponge that if you like, put a new headline in, the rest of it will clean up quite nice. The Bakelite is always a problem. It cracks and crazes and that, as this done. Yeah, this should be Bakelite on here, surely. Someone painted it, I would imagine. I can't see too much in this light, but someone's painted it up. But the Bakelite around the windows and that is all good. In fact, the Bakelite's okay in here. It just wants a little bit of damage there. It does tend to damage a little bit. It gets a bit crisp. One visor, as you can see, that was basically all you got. I don't even think you could buy a second visor. But look at this. I just started it a minute ago. But always remember, key goes to the left. You haven't got the wrong key. Don't ring us up and say, no, the key don't work, the key won't fit. Keys to the left there. Watch this. Look, there you go.
There you go.
Now, funny enough, they need a lot of choke these. You can hear it choking up there now. If you read the handbook will tell you that the choke must remain on choke until the engine misfires and falters. That's exactly what the handbook will tell you. Yeah, it must remain on choke until the engine misfires and falters. There it is. Still not misfiring. They need a lot of choke. You know, you go into a shop or something like that, come out half an hour later, the chances are you might want choke. But there you go. Pistol handbrake, as you can see. This one's got some extra gauges, looks like temperature gauge, yeah it is, and an oil gauge. Yeah, an oil gauge on there, which I can't read, but I don't need the oil gauge to tell me that the engine's sweet. It sounds lovely. Wipers, all working. Oh, upgraded horn. Can't stop the wipers working now.
Yeah. They work though.
They work well, them wipers, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Hopefully it'll be raining when you pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah. What we got here? We've got an interior mirror that should go on there, as you can see. And we've got the added extra of a cigarette lighter, which of course was put in there for your sat-nav. So there you are. All you need. Now, underrated little car, always been underrated, always been the bridesmaid, never the bride. Always been undervalued, no question about that at all. We could never quite understand why, but I suppose it's because they were just so plentiful. They were so cheap, you know, I don't know what they were new, 200 quid or something. They were so cheap, so undervalued then. And they've remained undervalued all their life, which is a great pity, because this is a super little car. And I mean, for a 19, I don't know what she is, 52 or 3 or something like that. And the car's worth sort of 3,500 quid of anyone's money. But you know, it will make that it will achieve that sort of money, but it should make a bit more, really, you know. So we've always been a little bit disappointed with pops, you know, sit up and beg stuff as we call it. Whether it be popular or Anglia, it makes no difference. So, you know, hopefully they will soon be a little bit more appreciated, and the prices will just increase slightly, as they should do. Is that right?
Good.